And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Solar Expanse. That's at Fission all the way. And the quiet spot there in the Solar soundtrack reminds me that the Solar soundtrack is what I'm using as the replacement background music here. And for a moment, I thought it had stopped running. It had. We just had quite a bit in the track. In the last one, I was deciding to do some, frankly, great and large and overkill expansion, and I'm running into things that are making that less feasible. One, I don't think there's enough water on the moon to operate the upcoming. We don't even have it yet. It's still 2 techs out. The upcoming Pelican at full launch cadence on the moon. I'm expecting it to be cheaper to launch on the moon, at least. But yeah, we're going to want to get one of those on the moon, and you can see that has radioactives there. It's going to have radioactives everywhere. We built it, to be fair. So yeah, I'm gonna have to accept that I'm not running that fast on the moon. We have some hydrogen produced on the moon. We have some hydrogen, or have some water being produced on Mars. So I'll probably be... Oh, in fact, I've got some hydrogen being produced on Mars as well. I may want to be making more hydrogen on Mars. However, the first thing here is I need more power so that I can expand production so that I can do all that. So for the moment, we're waiting for glass to be made so I can build more solar panels. Glass is not... Well, solar panels on Mars is not particularly great. It's better than nothing, but it's not particularly great. It's better on Earth, and I'm thinking in the long run I will want to transition back to solar. Because I'm getting 1 kiloelectron, which is more than we need. But on the other hand, I think we're going to still... I think I'm still, even though it's quite a ludicrous expectation from an actual amount of power production, I think I'm going to expand the hydrogen out to that like ludicrous level that I was saying before on Earth. I may not go quite that far. We'll see how things go. Well, I might not get that far before the Pelican starts launching. And if we have a reliable cadence of I want things in orbit and there's always hydrogen, I'll probably slow down expansion of hydrogen production. We worked out in the last one that next launch window is 43. So we're going to let some time pass. We did get 1 launch away in the current launch window. So we're waiting for the next launch window to ship another 300. I may even go so far in the next launch window to ship 600. Just to get that achievement of getting 1,000 people on Mars. We've got the housing on Mars. I might not have the food production on Mars, but that can be solved. In the meantime, double checking that our asteroid and Ceres colony are food positive. Yeah, so they're all self-producing food. They're all providing research. Good. And then Phobos and Deimos are waiting until we have launch vehicles, but they are also producing usable resources. And I got a lot of glass on the moon. At some point I am going to want a launch vehicle here, just because we're probably wanting to, in the long run, we probably want to do most of our refining in the Earth system area of refining on the moon and not on Earth. This is because we get paid a stipend for colonists. So if I can, I would like to, you know, earn money. And the moon isn't that much more expensive in supply terms. And it's cheaper if I'm going to ship it elsewhere. So we should ship the raw resources to the moon and turn them into stuff is what we want to do. In the meantime, I do have an asteroid mining contract here that I should probably complete for the 7 million. Seeing as it's just metal. Its mine won't turn on. I don't need it to turn on for the contract to complete, but we can just get it building. So we can complete a contract. Let's let some time pass. I suppose on Earth I can continue to do some construction. I think I need to do start doing the transition over to solar. So to support that, I should do some... So one of the few resources here that I don't think it has an extraction cost Metal costs us. The carbon costs us. The silicon is free, so basically harvesting sand from the beach is free. Harvesting water from the ocean is free. Most of the other resources, if they're minimal resources, cost resources. Apparently, you can pull the oxygen out of the atmosphere. No one complains at you. And CO2 definitely, they don't complain. But silicon is what we probably want right now. So let's. In fact, I'm going to kind of do the wrong way around because I've got some silicon stockpiled already. Let's get a glass kiln going. How much glass do I want? I don't actually want that much glass. We'll look at having a solar panel build once every 100 days? Yeah, we'll do like once every 100 days. So if I'm doing that, I want like 5 glass kilns. Okay. And then that means I need to harvest 50 or 0.5 tons of carbon. Which means I need 7 of these. Okay. Let's let time pass. There we go. Oops. That eats the pause here. So the asteroid colony contract here, which is build a rare metal mine anywhere on the asteroids, is complete. So complete that contract, 57 million. And we've picked up a contract asteroid colony with the crew on site. We can optimize resource extraction, oversee the entire process. Full-scale exploitation can continue. Oh, we picked up a new contract immediately completed. So it was saying, have an asteroid and humans on any asteroid, kind of implying that you should then, bring humans to that mine I just made. We didn't do that. We shipped them off to Ceres and Ceres and Cutno for research reasons. Completes the contract anyway. To oversee our mining enterprise require a crew of miners and the facilities to house them. This way we will be able to establish 24/7 resource extraction with an uninterrupted supply. Okay. 4.5 million to that completing. It now wants to deliver 2 kilotons of rare metals directly to Earth. Well, we are mining on Lutetia. I suppose all that means I need to do is send out Prometheus with enough hydrogen that I can do a 2,000... Oh, no, it's going to be 3 Prometheus. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a lot of rare earth metal, or rare metals you want. I think we're going to wait until we get the new ship. I think that's a new ship choice. That'll be a good use of Hephaestus here. We might even want to send 2 Hephaestus. Well, actually, I'll probably do a Prometheus and a Hephaestus. This updated with the new... It may have already the new exhaust was it? But yeah. Yeah, probably to send a Prometheus in the first Hephaestus. This will be a lot more fuel efficient, so we'll save fuel transporting the stuff back. Won't save us any time because we'll be burning at the slower of the 2 paces. Okay, so that's building. Do I want to build anything at the moon? Could build more hydrogen mining, or more hydrogen electrolysis, I suppose. Make more of this water into hydrogen. Oh, I'd probably want to build another water mine as well if I'm doing that. I might want to build another water mine anyway, because we're blowing... This won't be sustainable. Let me think the math out here. Because we're going to lose 33... Our production is going to decrease by 33 multiple. So that means I do want more water. Right, because I don't necessarily want to lower production when the first deposit runs out. First deposit is going to last for another 81 years at the current rate. Well, that's 81 years. Although, when it does run out, I don't have any more metal on the moon, and I don't want to necessarily bring any more metal to it right now. So I suppose that means I probably just want to build water mines here. Let's do more water mines instead. We'll go through it faster, and it'll be in our stockpile instead of in the ground. Do. I've got power. I've got people. So, no concerns here. Let's think out water extractors. Okay, and that's all we'll have at that point. Mars, not actively building anything in Mars, but that's because Mars is waiting for the glass. Mars is waiting for the glass, okay. Somehow I have more people than I have habitation. Let's sort that. I built a carbon mine instead of a silicon mine. Whoops. I want the carbon as well. So the problem with the carbon mine is I'm paying for it. 800 per ton extracted. What's the market rate on the carbon? More than 800, so it's better than buying it. Okay, leave it there then. Worst case scenario, in fact, actually, it's profitable to sell it. So if I need money, I can sell the carbon we're mining. So yeah, we'll leave it there. That's fine. For the next shipment, I'll actually need to bring more well, no, what we'll do, we're high enough I can just take the hit to the industries and buy, and then recruit up afterwards. Not the carbon mine this time. Remember, I am looking for silicon, and I needed 6 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5... No, 7 of these. 6 and 7. Contract. Avoiding Armageddon. We've just detected an asteroid on impact course with Earth. The impact is calculated to happen in several years and will wipe all life from our planet. This might be the most dreadful extinction event in history. A death sentence to our homeworld. We have received a nuclear device to stop the catastrophe. Deliver it before time is up, or we're all done. Good luck to us all. 1 million is the payout. Go blow up Exo 99 Extinctor before it crashes. Okay. So that's a mission. We'll sort that mission right now. So, Earth orbit, Exo Extinctor. We're gonna have Prometheus carry the payload. Yep, got it backwards. To do the item is on Earth. Prometheus deliver the payload. Add module. The nuclear device. Gonna go up on the Eagle. Optimal transit. Don't take a whole kiloton of fuel along. Although, bring more than the minimum, because we need to be able to come back, please. Like 100 tons is probably more than enough. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Okay, so it's a bit of a waste of a launch window, but that'll sort that real quick. This mission is going to take longer than I expected to. Can I cancel the mission? I don't want my Eagle tied up for that long. Let's get the Eagle. Let's get the payload to orbit, and then I can have the Prometheus sit with the payload. That's probably the better way to do it. What else do I want to ship up while I'm thinking about it? Hydrogen. 550 tons of hydrogen. And then we'll do fuel with the rest of it. Okay. And then that'll be in orbit in days. When's the next launch? Well, actually, let's because we want to save the world. Our world comes first. Prometheus. Add the nuclear device. Optimal transit. Yeah, we can go much earlier, but optimal transit before 2049 October, 2045 December is fast enough. And we'll give you like 100 kilotons of fuel. More than you need. Or 100 tons of fuel. Minimum propellant is 26. So we'll spend 50 to get there. We'll 50 to get back. Go. Okay, then check the next launch window. Have I screwed up my launch to Mars? Next launch to Mars. Because I need to be able to get the crew to orbit. BDS. October, September. I think we'll have a launch window before then. Launch turnaround of the Eagle isn't that long, right? 97 days. Yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, but we are at the point where it is launch the crew to orbit time. And then on Earth, I do have solar arrays coming up. 1 and 2. And I'm gonna get back to probably... No, I'll go ahead and get the third launch sorted. The stuff for the third launch, so... Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and another radioisotope generator for good measure. That's close enough to the launch window for you, so we're going to do Earth to Earth orbit. Portal payload container. Add modules. Crew compartment. I have to be careful because I can load too many crew compartments because I have more. This is what we're sending in this launch window. Add resources. We need to send them with food because otherwise they're going to be hungry. And we'll send some carbon because we need the ability to make more food on arrival. Good thing I double checked because these guys have been sitting in orbit for a while. Be a little more on top of that. Mars orbit, or Mars orbit to Mars, okay. Orbital payload container. All the modules. And the radioisotope generator. And the carbon. We'll leave the food up there because I'm going to have apparently 2 people in orbit. At some point I'm just going to have to send an empty cargo, or empty crew compartment so I can get the people out of orbit. Apparently they're making people on the way, which is what they're doing. Okay, so. More people on Mars, and we're definitely not concerned about the lack of people to work jobs. We're still food positive, although we are looking at a potential where we won't be once all 1,000 are here. On that note, solar array into a hydroponics farm. Oh, there is some nitrogen gas to mine. I might mine the nitrogen gas. Unless that's... You know, that's already in the atmosphere. Never mind. I was about to say, if it was in the Earth, we'd be extracting it. The CO2 is in the Earth. And there's underground water on to extract. Okay. Let time pass until we're in orbit, so we can plan that mission. Earth orbit to Mars. Orbit. Prometheus. Add module, add module, add all those modules. And 100 tons of food. Got enough food. Add carbon. 95 tons of carbon. Optimal window, which is October. And yep, they've got enough food for the transit. They'll arrive 2044 August. Unpause and we'll let stuff build out. Oh, and I need more crew. Okay, so that's enough to work all the jobs. We want more than that because I need to be, or I'm going to be launching people as well. 198. There isn't that much available. Okay. Then another 61 at the new price point. I think we're going to miss the window by the time the Eagle's ready to launch. So we'll have to wait for the next window. Don't remember to reduce the hydrogen, and we can still get enough hydrogen, I think, in orbit. Plus I can get more from the moon, right? We got 6 already on the moon. I can bring more for the moon. Okay, so that's Earth orbit to the moon. Did I leave it on the moon? Left on the moon. I don't remember when I left you on the moon, but you're on the moon. Okay, so I need to do this the other way around. The moon, Stratos. To Earth orbit. And the hydrogen. 100 tons. Then fuel. Plan. Earth orbit. I may have screwed that up and I sent it to... No, okay, there it is. Drop off the hydrogen. Go back. Then fuel will return. On Luna. Back to Earth orbit. Stratos. And hydrogen. Use the minimum fuel. Oh, I see, because it's not subtracting it from the spells propellant here. So I presumably planned a mission that I didn't actually have the fuel for. So it got stuck on the moon. Okay. Earth orbit. Back to the moon. And then I think I have enough for one last moon to Earth trip. If I don't, it'll be stuck on the moon again. Okay, so we're just waiting the radioisotope generator. I could technically go without it, so let's do a quick Earth orbit to Mars orbit check to see if we're in the launch window for the Prometheus. It is not yet October, so I am in the launch window, am I? April, May, June, January, March, April, May, June, July, September, August. So yeah, I got two months, so we can actually get these people to orbit. I don't have time if I want to send the radioisotope generator. I'll have to miss this transit. I think I can work with that though. Hasn't arrived. The other one hasn't arrived yet, right? No, not yet. And of course it hasn't, because we're still in the launch window. It's preparing to launch. Okay, so let's Earth orbit. Over payload container. Add module. Crew compartment. I missed the window. If I wait for the radioisotope generators. We're going without it. It'll come on the next one. Or it might go someplace else, honestly. Fuel and supplies and carbon. Eagle. To orbit. Okay, so this time I had enough fuel to get back. Okay, so the crew is in orbit. Mission planning. Earth orbit to Mars. Orbit. Prometheus. And, that was in orbit already. Yeah, they're in orbit. Prometheus. Why is there no modules? Did the crew not get loaded on this mission? Or does the crew not get loaded until the mission goes? It hasn't launched yet, so we'll wait until that one's launched. And then possibly I have that selected. Oh, because I have the mission selected. Close to the mission. Okay, 600 in orbit. Prometheus to Mars orbit. Prometheus. Add module. Yeah, I guess the crew just doesn't get loaded until it actually ships out. I'll have to window. We have enough food. Yeah. Yeah, the crew doesn't get loaded until it actually launches. (2043) October 1st and 4th, apparently. Did I forget to adjust the fuel? Can't see on the mission summary here. I might be carrying a whole bunch more fuel because I'm very low on hydrogen in Earth orbit. I can work with it. Next is nuclear launch vehicles. 5 years. 6. Oh, we also had improved thrust. That might be what we're leaving earlier. We can leave. The launch window is now 2 days earlier with the improved thrust, or 3 days earlier with the improved thrust. Okay. Mars. Building the hydroponics farm. Oh, the guys that just arrived, we can disassemble their crew compartments for stuff. Help us expand on Mars faster. So I have enough for another glass kiln. Let's get that built. Hey, they don't have enough. Well, we also received a radioisotope generator, so we've got power from that, I suppose. So I don't have enough to build solar panels, but we've got a radioisotope generator. Yeah, I think I'm going to need another hydroponics farm after that one's done. Or more colonists arriving, after all. Go for the crew we've got. That's going to be enough. And that actually says I'm going to need probably another one. Just make sure I have enough food. The radioisotope generator that we wanted to send on the mission has now been built. Cool. And I need more crew to man the jobs on Earth. Pause, get more hire, more available for hire. I think we're going to start building up the solar panels. If I can get power positive enough to bring the nuclear generator offline, I think I will. Off to Mars. We're going to get the achievement for the Mars city. That should help us with generating revenue, although we got a lot of revenue to be generated. We've got 100k expenses, we've got 12k income. So, yeah. Transit's out. Get the bomb off to avoid Armageddon. That's launched already. Oh, it's planned. It launches in January. So it's actually got a while to launch. Here, it's got enough for 2 more solar panels. Let's get 2 more going. I think I have enough I can take the nuclear power plant offline for the moment. Yeah. Okay, then we can go back to expanding without using the nuclear power plant, because I don't want to burn through the radioactives that quickly when I don't have mining for it. Okay. So we've got about 20 more power, so that'll be 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the Eagle is ready for another launch. Oh, let's also... I know there is like 2 people that have... I think were born in transit that are sitting in Martian orbit. Let's go ahead, because right now I have no way to get them out locally, and send a single crew compartment. And we'll send empty. Send it empty. Just so we can get it landed on Mars. Mars will have the carrying capacity for that, so that's not a problem. Mars probably wants to build a solar panel with what's got available. Okay, if you want to continue expanding, I probably need to continue extracting more water. So the next thing to build is more water extraction. So everybody's done. I might actually want to build a launch pad at some point. How many? I got 2, so I can build 2 things in parallel here. Let's get a water ice extractor so we can mine the water. Get a launch pad to reduce launch costs. Which I should probably actually build on Earth as well, now that I'm thinking about it. We'll get a vehicle assembly going. I'll have to wait until we have some alloys for the vehicle assembly. That shouldn't take too long. Earth, if I don't have a launch pad, give me a launch pad. Got enough, because we're going to want to be able to build the launch vehicle for getting stuff off of Mars on Mars, because we don't have Stratuses for convenient launch system. Honestly, I'm going to need to ship the rest of the ingredients around to do everything else as well, but I'm going to have to bring more rare metals in to do that. Also, suppose I'm going to have to build the launch vehicle, which is going to be complicated because I need to bring radioactives into that. So we're going to have to bring other stuff in to the Martian system. We're only 4 years out, so yeah, good thing I have sorted out the launches to Mars. I want to get it done by 2050 because waiting for the nuclear launch vehicles would not have been an option. And then to still hit that target. Anyway, so... building next. Let's do another electrolysis plant. I'll pass enough time that I can build another solar array. Apparently not. Well, we've got it stockpiled, so I'll hold off on building the mine, but eventually we're going to have to expand the silicon mine. Launch pad's done, so it'll be cheaper to launch, although I don't have anything to launch there yet. Okay, I think we're ready for... This is going to be a small launch, because I'm just going to launch the radioisotope generator, crew compartment. It's supposed to launch the hydrogen. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of little things I'm going to launch. Not a lot of big things, though. Actually, launch from Earth to orbit. Orbital payload container, add module. Crew compartment, although this is going to go empty. This is specifically just to get stuff out of... Get the one poor... well, the 2 poor colonists at this point. The 2 poor colonists out of Martian orbit. I'm going to send some all of those stuff up. It's not just that. Add resources. Ship my hydrogen. Add resources. Ship... Carbon? The carbon. And that actually fills it all up. Okay. On the Eagle, 2 orbit. 3, that... Oh no, the launch pad isn't done on Earth yet. Maybe I could have waited until the launch pad was done, but... Oh, and that was done pretty quick, right? That was done in like 3 days, yeah. Earth orbit to... Mars. Orbit. Not on... Oh, I have to wait until one of my ships gets back. Reminds me, do I have a ship just camped out in Mars orbit? I do. In fact, the crew, the stuff has arrived. I need to drop them from orbit before they run out of food. They got 32 days. It's not a hard ask. There we go. Crew has arrived. Mars City. After so many years, we have fulfilled a great dream. Mars has become a home to thousands, and we're here to stay and grow even further until we take over the entire planet. 33 more million, so that's good. That refreshes our treasury a little bit. Terraformation. Important info. Terraformation is the process of making an object more habitable. The more habitable an object becomes, the fewer supplies humans need in order to survive there. Habitability can be improved by adjusting atmospheric pressure, composition, magnetic field strength, temperature, and the amount of available water, so that they resemble the conditions on the species' home planet as closely as possible. To achieve this, one can build specialized facilities, transport resources from other objects, or even drop entire asteroids. Artificial magnetosphere for Mars. For Mars to maintain an atmosphere, our colonists and our colonists to be safe from radiation, we need to create an artificial magnetosphere. A network of field generators around the planet will let us settle and terraform more easily. It will be costly to build and maintain, but necessary for further steps. Decrease radiation on Mars below 6. It's implying that we should do the planetary ones. In theory, we probably want to do the orbital ones as well. However, I don't think I have those tech unlocked, so I think we are not going to be doing those anytime soon. Because they're under... So scroll down here. Here we go. Planetary and orbital. So planetary is 360 kilotons. Orbital is... Oh, actually, I suppose the planetary one is actually the cheaper of the two. Ooh, that power consumption. But yeah, we're going to have to set that up. That's behind terraforming. Which we're not going to right now. But yeah, now I have three of my 4 Promethei sitting in Mars orbit, not doing anything. I should have actually sent one back already, because one of them was sitting there for quite a while. Not Mars, Earth. And actually, technically not Earth orbit, because you don't land on the planet. Prometheus, all of you, get back to Earth. Optimal transit, and yeah, I think I took too much fuel with me. We got fuel in Earth and Mars orbit. Get back. And in fact, that probably means I don't have fuel in Earth orbit. We got 400. That's probably enough for what I want to ship in the next load. Apparently you can breed humans on Earth. Because we were back over 900 humans because I had extra capacity due to the module I just shipped to Earth orbit. Yeah, so we gotta wait until those guys get back. In 4 years, the Stratos... I suppose the Stratos won't technically be obsolete, but I think we're going to be moving to obsolete it by replacing its job here in the Earth system. And just got the achievement, Mars 2050. Have 1,000 people in a habitat on Mars. Because I unpaused. Anyhow, that means, because I've got the housing capacity, I can disassemble these. So we got lots of stuff on Mars, although not enough to build the magnetosphere. Not enough to build that magnetosphere. That's a tall ask, apparently. Okay, we're making enough food on Mars. We're good. We're good for the moment. In fact, the Martian population, if I don't do anything, is going to continue to grow. What do I want to do on Mars? Should probably get the silicon sorted. Yeah, I need 2 of those mines to not be losing silicon anymore. And then we'll be positive on everything except for carbon, which has to be shipped in. I suppose there is an argument to mine... So we got some atmospheric, and we got some sort of mineral auction. There is an argument to mine the mineral auction so they're properly release it. Same with the noble gases, we can mine the noble gases. We'll need that for some projects at some point. And I suppose we could do CO2 capture. I don't have the processing yet for the CO2. It would convert it into carbon and oxygen, which... Now that I'm saying that, sounds like a thing to do. So, yeah, let's grab the CO2 extractor. And let's get a noble gas extractor after the queue. I think that's a big enough queue for the moment. We got lots of metal and stuff, so I can do fancier stuff there, but... Thinking about the fancier stuff, do I want to get a polymer thing going? Yeah. Let's get a polymer assembler going. Add that to queue. Well, with the alloys. And then the moon. It's good for 12 years, or I send up more carbon. And in the meantime, it's just making hydrogen and oxygen. I don't think there's anything necessarily stopping us from releasing gases on the moon. Like once I get the gas giant miners going, we'll probably drag some nitrogen back, and we probably won't fully pressurize the moon, but we'll add some moon, some nitrogen, and some oxygen. Things for the future. Okay. You'll be ready for launch in 27 days. I don't think I have anything I want to launch in 27 days, and the stuff we want to launch is already in orbit and waiting for our people to get back from the moon, or from Mars. So that's the end the extinction event moment. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's keep building power on Earth so I can keep expanding electrolysis production. How much are these making in theory? 5 before modifiers. Of course, it tells me 5 before modifiers, but what's the modifier? 92% efficiency. Okay. From the atmosphere. So we're getting most of it. So I can probably get away with another 4 splitters after that. I know another thing I could do. What do I need in orbit for my regular... Well, I suppose that's on the ground, right? The ground, I need that. In orbit, I want to do some Hephaestus. What do I need for the Hephaestus? This is years out, so this is getting ahead. How many do I want? Do I want like 4 of these? Do I want to fully replace the Promethei? 175 per launch. We'll do 3 of these because I can do this all in one launch. So I don't have to remember. I've got the stuff up there. So the only thing I'm really missing is the 75 electronics. So as those electronics do want to get launched. Then alloys, 300, and then fissiles, 150. Oh no, I could do 4. We'll do 4. That's another 25 electronics. And again, I think those guys we got in orbit, they can stay up there for 22 years. We'll get them out of Mars orbit in 22 years. That's when we come around again, that's where we're going to pick up the... Yeah, that's when we get around again, that's when the Promethei are going to group up with us. So let's send them back out to Mars again. I'll send one of them out to Mars. So that is then the next question. I think it is time to get more research capacity. So it's time to do more nodes. Get more of these going. At this point, we're probably fuel efficient enough I can do Trojans if I need to. What was that? That was construction equipment. I suppose I can start shipping the construction equipment off of Earth, so... well, I can't have 2 of these open at a time, can I? Because that would make it a little bit more convenient. A probe, a mobile, 5 mines. I probably don't need 5 mines. 5 mines is probably over. Well, actually, I might, depending upon where I get, if I get a worse place, I probably might need 5. 5 is pretty situation-proof, I think is how the best way to describe it. Radioisotope generator. So, construction. Probe. Radioisotope generator. Mobile habitat. Crew modules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I need 300 people. I can't send that, and then it's having this stuff ready for the transit, right? Because we build that when we get there, we build that when we get there, we build that when we get there. Oh, 5 miners. I didn't build the miners. 5 miners as well. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I need to figure out which destination is next. So it really wants to be a water carbon location. Like that now. When I get the Hephaestus, I might start doing carbon water or water carbon, or not carbon, water any or carbon any, because I'm going to ship the alternative one in. I'll have to be a little more careful with those ones. Interesting, we haven't figured out what's here. Unknown resource. Is there a reason my... Earth orbit is busy. Earth orbit's busy doing what? Where are you looking? Oh. You're discovering. Okay, so you're out looking for things. Instead of observing. So Earth, observe the middle belt. I'm surprised that actually stopped. So that'll give me an idea what's on the rest of those. There's nothing in those. Well, the carbon. So the other thing could be water. I don't know. Water, Ganymede. Ganymede and Althea. Suppose that gets me my Beyond Mars. And then we have the Jupiter with the Trojans. Yes, we'll do Beyond Mars. We'll send someone to Ganymede. Because we know there is stuff on Ganymede. Megatons of carbon, megatons of water. Yeah, Ganymede. Ganymede's the next place for sex stuff. We still have to wait until our guys get back in just over a year. Vehicle assembly is done on Mars. And again, that's another thing we're going to need to sort out, is I'm going to want to get a launch vehicle on Mars when this is done. Okay. Let's accelerate time until we get our guys back. The only thing I'm going to be sort of pausing to do is checking in, actually bouncing back and forth between Mars to make sure the construction queues are doing stuff. We deal with the extinction event and get our ships back. Okay, we've delivered the bomb. From EXO to Earth orbit. Prometheus, please make a, well, optimal return. No, make a fastest return with what you've got. Optimal would save us fuel. We'd be coming back with fuel. We brought fuel, but we're going to use the fuel. We don't want it hanging around when the bomb goes off, is basically what I'm saying here. December 11th. So we're going to wait 3 days for it to leave. So it's no longer at the asteroid about to explode. Technically left a ton of hydrogen mine. That's fine. The bomb. Nuclear device. Specialized, high-powered physics package designed for breaking and rejection of high-risk asteroids. Boom. Avoiding Armageddon. Not today. Complete the Avoiding Armageddon contract. The asteroid has been destroyed, shattered, and its debris thrown across. It can no longer threaten us. Now we are not the only space company, but also, not only a space company, but also the saviors of Earth. 1.5 million. There we go. Okay, back to Earth. We are waiting for our stuff to get back from Mars. I'm done building what I got on Earth. Do I need more power? Probably not, but we'll build more anyway. Okay. Anyway, we're waiting for those guys to get back. We'll do the first launch out to the to Ganymede as soon as I get back. well, plan the first mission. So we'll have the Eagle launch the stuff up we need for it, which includes crew, I suppose. And we'll get the recover the stranded person on Mars mission planned. And otherwise, we're just trying to keep the construction queue here mostly full, mostly productive. Running you, got some of you. Fuel refineries are actually about to go vogue on Earth as soon as this is done. Got no polymer production. I suppose I could be processing some of the carbon mining, but I also accidentally bought a ton of polymer, so we've got plenty of polymer on Earth. So as we're back to electrolysis, get let's carbon dioxide. I've queued it up. We'll leave it in the queue. We'll work out. And then, yeah, I have enough power that I can run 4 more of these before we run any solar panels. And then we have more solar panels coming on, so that'll be fine. Mars just finished its new thing, so I need more stuff for the queue on Mars. I can do the next solar panel. And yeah, I think I want to do more electrolysis. The reason being, well, I want more hydrogen. I want to be able to produce more hydrogen on Mars. What's going on there? Yeah, we're no risk of running out of water anytime soon. Suppose I've got 30 E of power, so I can do 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then those that are done, we'll have to build more solar panels, but we'll have more solar panels at that point. Okay. Starting to grab some of that CO2 out of the atmosphere. I'm not grabbing it at a fast enough rate to do it any time super quick. Oh, the one coming back from EXO is back already. Okay, we'll do the launch out to Mars. We'll get the stranded people out of the orbit first, because we've got the requisite chip in. We've got one of the requisite chips we need. So you can do your launch. Add module empty. What do you want to bring along? That's Earth. Or that's Mars. Further, what do I got? Do I want to bring anything else? Yes. Okay, so let's drop out of the plan mission here. I want to bring enough along, not for the Hephaestus. A Pelican. 40 rare, 32 nuclear material. Okay, so I've got half of the rare I need. Let's do a quick launch from Earth orbit. We'll ship up the modules I need. Or oh, and I probably want to send that radioisotope generator as well. Although I'm making glass on Mars. Although I'm not making a lot of glass on Mars. Okay, we'll push it to orbit anyway. Orbital payload container. Add module. I think I got the radioactives in orbit already, so I just need one construction radioisotope generator, both of them, the mobile, the probe, the mining module. We will hold, or I'm going to hold off on sending the crew modules until the other Prometheus' return, so we can send them off to Ganymede. Hydrogen, because I think I might need more fuel. Carbon. That's a full Eagle launch. That's launched. Prometheus. We got an Earth orbit to Mars. Orbit transfer for you. ABS. Add module. One empty crew compartment, please. Bring along one radioisotope generator. And all the carbon. All the carbon. Optimal transit window. Please do not take all the hydrogen with you. Or do I want to give it some hydrogen, give it a optimal command? Oh, is the fastest really? If I give it everything until I go fastest. You really only spend 32 on the fastest transit? Interesting. Oh, no. If we set fuel to that and do fastest. Okay. I don't want to spend that much fuel, obviously. Avoid it. Don't need it to go necessarily that fast. Yeah, okay. So click optimal. Set it lower. Let's say... I'm fine if you do the fastest you can do with 100 tons of fuel. Which does get it leaving sooner. Gets it arriving sooner. 2047. The reason is the people up in orbit. Yeah, we would have actually run out of food had I not shipped. Forgetting stuff on that transit. Cancel that orbit burn. Forgetting, I need, or I want. It's technically different things. Enough to do the Pelican. 40 rare, 32 radioactives. 40 rare, 32 radioactives. Add the carbon, and 40 rare. I forgot to launch more rare. I forgot to launch more rare. Okay, then it's not going over this transit window. I'll have to wait until the next one. Never mind. We'll still send you with, We're a little bit faster. We can give you 100 tons of fuel. Keep going. That'll at least get our people out of orbit. They've arrived. Okay. I gotta wait until the Eagle is ready. Yeah, let's wait until the Eagle's ready. Okay, Eagle's ready. So, For my transit out to Ganymede, I need to bring what? Most of it should be in orbit. Right, because most of it is you. I shipped one of you. I needed to ship 5 of you. Okay, wait, so we're gonna have to put them on the ship as well. Okay, and then Jupiter, Ganymede. I want. What do I want to build when I get here? I want to build an outpost. So 40 in food and a research laboratory. So 10 glass, 10 electronics, 10 rares. Okay, let me instead of planning it this way, let me actually write this down. This is actually something I'm going to want to be presenting multiple times, so I should really write this down. Let's make proper laundry list so I stop getting confused. So, for the research laboratory, I need 100 alloy, 10 rares, 10 electronics, 10 glass. We're going to want to build a research laboratory. The whole point of going there is a research laboratory. Hydroponics farm. Is 50 metal. We're going to bring mines. We'll come back to that. And then outpost. Is 40 metal. And 10 supplies. Because I need to build those 3 things in situ. So I need to launch those. I then probably want to launch some extra food, just so they can get there. So say 100 food, 100 extra food. Five mine models. One construction. I need to build stuff when I get there. The 6 crew compartments. The mobile habitat. 1 mobile habitat. One radio isotope generator and a probe. Okay, so that's what I want for the launch to Ganymede. That probably isn't going to fill up the entire Eagle. It would also be nice to have enough for my Pelican. Which is a separate logic concept, which is 320 metal. Although the first place I'm going to be sending stuff is Mars, so I don't need to send that to Mars. 400 or 40 rare, 32 radio. Okay. Let's plan a mission from Earth to Earth orbit. Orbital container. Add module. So I need 1 construction module. Add module. I need crew compartments. But technically, I already launched the construction module already, so I don't need the construction module. Crew compartments. 6 of them. Add module. This is going to be the missing mining modules, because I only shipped one of the 4 to orbit. Okay. Add resources. Alloy. 100. Rares. 10. This is for the lab. We're going to do the lab, and because we can do multiple, we're going to do duplicates in the list, so that's fine. Electronics. Buy electronics. Glass. Metal. Twice, so I'll just do I'll do this as 90. The next thing on the list as well, supplies. Say 110 supplies. And more rares, because this is the stuff now going out to Mars. And add more radioactives, again, for Mars. The leftover space I'm going to launch as supplies, because I don't have good timing for stuff. Oh, that's all the food I have left. Buy more food. That's not food. Here we go. On the Eagle. This might be one of the... it's still 2 years out for the nuclear launch vehicle, so it's going to be a while before we sort that. Let's get you to orbit. Oops. Going at a faster speed than I want, but we're in orbit. Let's plan 2 missions. Earth orbit 2. Jupiter... I'm going to scroll down to it. Okay. Ganymede. Ganymede orbit, because I want to keep the Prometheus fuel in orbit. Prometheus goes. And module, construction module. Add module, radioisotope generator. Add module, mobile hab, probe, mining module, mining module, mining module, mining module, mining module. Crew compartments. All of them. That's all the things we have in orbit, right? Those are all the modules. The 1, the 1, the 1, the 1, the 1, the 1, the 5, and the 6. Okay. Add resources. I don't want you taking all the electronics. These are not all for you. You get the 10. Alloys. You get 100. Rares. 10. Glass. Only 10 up there. Metal. Only 90 up there. And supplies. Let's see if that works. We shipped more up here, so the Prometheus's stockpile also carries some. Optimal transit. This is a longer distance burn, so we're up to 248 for the burn out. We're going to be lighter coming back, but I probably want to bring along enough that we're still loading 280 something, let's say. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, we're gonna go. So that's that mission plan. I can plan another mission to Mars. It wasn't optimal to do them quite so close back to back, but This one is grabbing the Pelican supplies, particularly the rares and the radioisotope. So. Although this one's not taking any humans, and not human related, so it can take its sweet time. We got 2 years before it's got to get there. Earth orbit to Mars orbit. A Prometheus. Adding resources, because that's what we're taking today. Rares. 40. Resources. Radioisotopes. 32. That's actually all you're taking. Optimal transfer. Minimum fuel. Gonna wait until 2048. Might actually want you to go faster than that. A little faster than that. Because that's, No, that's fine. This is 2 years and 3 months. That's less than 2 years. So you'll get the supplies there in time. Minimum rate. Cool. Optimal transfer. There we go. Still got one more ship. We'll leave the planning for the next ship for the next part. I've let this part because I was like, oh, I want to get this done right before the stream ends. Leave you all a little bit of cliffhanger. This is taking longer than I thought it was going to. But yeah, I need to get more hydrogen to orbit. The Earth orbit is empty of hydrogen. So to do more transiting, I need more hydrogen. That shouldn't be an issue. I've got hydrogen on the moon. If I can get all the hydrogen from the moon to Earth, we're golden. Yeah. If I get more hydrogen from the moon to Earth, we're golden. And I think we'll go try to get another colony thing out. But we'll sort that out in the beginning of the next one. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. We are going to try to record 2 more parts tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We are not done for tonight. We're going to record 2 more parts, but it is time for the midstream tea break, where I'm going to replace my empty, or in this case, cold cup of tea with the new one. It is going to be empty before it is replaced. It's not going to get poured down the drain. I'm going to drink it. I'm going to drink a cup of tea and get a new one. And yeah, we're going to start trying to work on some of these. We just planned a spacecraft to a moon of Jupiter. As soon as we get Hephaestus, which is the one after this, we're going to try to do the asteroid supply chain. We're going to basically send 2 Hephaestus out to Lutetia to retrieve the rare earth metals and bring it back. The mesosphere on Mars is actually more of a power problem than anything else, because that's a lot of power. It's telling us to build exactly 1 ground thing, but you're going to need more than 1 ground thing, because we need to get from 10 to 6. So that's probably the one that's actually going to take a while. Also, we don't have that one resource, so that's way down the tech train. We're mainly working on these 2. We might work a little bit on this one. Oh no, that's going to probably... that one's going to take a while as well. That actually got anything hidden behind it? Maybe not. Beyond Mars does. We definitely want to get Beyond Mars done, which is reaching Saturn, Callisto, and trading on Earth. Okay. Yeah, this is where we're going to put the part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. And until then, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and our stream, and bye for now.